Hi, welcome to Xenodox Media. I'm Shana, and this is a reading for the fire signs for the new moon in Pisces intentions guidance. New moon's going to be tomorrow, March 13th, 2021. I felt it was especially important to try and get this done before the spring solstice and the astrological new year. This guidance might not only be intentions for the next month, it might be the next 6 months, the next year. So we'll see what comes out. So I've got oracle cards already pulled for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And I have 3 different decks I'll use for tarot to give more guidance. So let's start with Aries. Aries, first card is a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And then for life purpose oracle card, we have books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Then for the psychic tarot oracle, we have base chakra. And this is your root chakra, your first chakra. And then we have kunzite, self-love, for the crystal oracle. So, it's a time to give rather than take, but also love yourself. So yeah, base chakra is about security, and in this case I feel like this is in maybe dealing with anxiety centered around giving too much of yourself, actually. Even though this says a time to give rather than take, you know, I almost feel like it's talking to the other people in your life. Like, it's now time for those people to give to you rather than take from you, because Spirit's telling you to love yourself. Kunzite's a very beautiful crystal too. And considering this is base chakra, I'm gonna say this is really more centered around family and maybe the workplace, right? Your sense of security and leaning on those people who you're normally there for to be there for you for once. And with this books, you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So, ooh, and this is very beautiful too. Her wings are like pretty green, blue. So maybe there is a book you've either read or will read that is going to give you more insight into how to do this, right? As far as your life purpose, this seems like this opportunity to see how people can be there for you might give you more insight on how you can better be there for them. When you have more even partnerships in your life, you're less likely to give in a conditional way. When you love yourself, you're less likely to seek these things from another person, like love and validation from another person. So it might be your calling to be like a true support system from other people, but in order to do that, you have to get yourself right first. Self-love, base chakra, security. You know, give from a full cup, as they say. But yeah, this book is interesting. I would kind of think about the last couple of books you've read, or the next time a book is mentioned or catches your eye, that might have some really key tips for you on how to do this. So I'm going to get tarot for you to get more insight on this. This is the Tarot of the Intuitive Heart, I think it's called. I just recently bought this deck, and it's really cool. I love decks that have kind of different imagery, especially when it comes to the people being more different colors and sizes. I like to see better representation. Don't get me wrong, I still like the traditional Rider-Waite, but yeah, in this, with so many decks being out there, I'm definitely going to go for the decks that have more representation in them. Let's see. So first card is Temperance. So yeah, the time to give and take. That definitely seems more like moderation. Because, you know, whereas maybe there's a few people taking too much from you, maybe there's other people you're not giving enough of or giving enough to because you're too busy being drained on one other end. So you're going to have to learn how to give freely and equally. And I'm really kind of, I know this is the regular imagery here, but you know, with the cups, how it's like filling back and forth. You need to close the loop in your energy. Maybe you're giving too much out to people who don't return it, and you need to focus more on the people who do return to you, even if it's only a little. You need to find a better symbiotic relationship with the people in your life. Stop giving so much to people who never give back, is what I'm seeing there. And then under books, we have Queen of Wands. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe it might have been a female fire sign that referred you to a book. I don't know. Or this is a book about being more confident or more creative or spiritual, because Wands is spiritual energy. Yeah, maybe it's going to be a book that puts you more in touch with those sides of yourself. And then under base chakra, we have the Moon. So if you're having base chakra issues, you know, causing anxiety, feelings of being unsettled, the Moon is telling you that you're going to have to really go deep and think about where those emotions are going. They're not going to just be surface emotions. These are probably going to be things going all the way back to childhood that you have to examine. So it might get murky for a while, but you're going to come out better for it. So yeah, definitely recommend that. And under Kunzite, we have Wheel of Fortune. So this is pretty nice, Aries. You got like 3 major arcana here. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, oh, and this is really pretty actually. Look at that. The wheel is actually the astrological wheel, and it has colors. Look. I wonder how well you can see it. Yeah, this is really cool. So self-love will change your fortunes. It's going to turn everything around. But also, I guess there's a bit of fate here. There's one person in your reading, I guess, if you want to consider it a person or not. Yeah, there's a bit of fate and destiny here. Like, this is definitely what you need to be doing and setting your intentions for, is that kind of more equal partnerships, examining what you really need and what you don't need. What you have enough of, I would say, is also part of that. And yeah, working on getting secure with yourself and finding out where feelings of anxiety, unworthiness, where they're coming from, and try and figure that out, because really that's what you're here to do. I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being here, and even Temperance, that yeah, you're really meant. And honestly, hey, Queen of Wands could be an Aries too, right? This might be more embracing more of that nurturing energy, whether you're male or female or either or gender fluid. This is still the feminine energy, the feminine aspects of the wands. And maybe part of your identity is embracing that fiery, more feminine energy than it is taking the masculine side. Like what are the subtle differences between the king and the queen? Is the queen is a little bit more, I would say, they're both charismatic, but the queen is definitely more the self-love and feeling good about themselves. Whereas the king's like very much like the leader, attracting people to him. The charisma is more mental, right, than physical. So maybe that's an energy that you need to tap into. And that's whether, like I said, no matter what your gender identity is, that part of the Aries needs to be tapped into. So hopefully that helps and makes sense. So yeah, I would say first and foremost, set the intention for self-love. Do that, and other things should fall into place, I think. So, okay. Next, Leo. Oh gosh. Who was this Leo? Yes, I think so. Oh snap, Leo, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Well, either way, this is Leo now. First card from the Moonology Oracle is the end of a tough cycle approaches. And I guess actually this is recorded, right? I would find out if it was wrong or not. Full moon in Capricorn. So that's nice there. For the life purpose oracle, we have children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So that's very nice. And then for the psychic tarot oracle, we have one of mental, which is also Ace of Swords, triumphant success. And then for the crystal oracle, we have, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to say that? Coxinite? New beginnings. Wow, look at that. Look at that. You pronounce that. Yeah. You know, for someone who named their channel Xenodox, yeah, that just made my head hurt a bit. Yeah, well, Ace of Swords also represents new beginnings. So this is very interesting. I don't believe you're about to, this is like a Jesus angel looking dude. There's a landline. This is very interesting. But then you got the sword. Don't cut down those people though. Like, I don't know, don't do it. I just got like Anakin Skywalker vibes. Just don't do it, man. Anyway, so end of a tough cycle approaches and new beginnings, and Ace of Swords. So yeah, that's all very good energy. Let's see. Seems like with this life purpose children, maybe, let's see, what's coming to me. If your job did or did not involve children, say like teaching, maybe a pediatrician, maybe just a caregiver in general, if it did or did not, it's going to now. Maybe the previous job you had chosen didn't tap into those abilities, or not enough one way or the other. Or maybe the only thing you did find you liked about your job was the child aspect. Like, I can't imagine going from being like a pediatrician to a daycare worker, but hey, it could happen. I mean, huge pay cut, but maybe you won the lottery. I don't know. I guess there's no Ace of Pentacles here. But yeah, maybe whatever happened to you has just strengthened your resolve to work with children. And that's what this Ace of Swords is coming in, like the truth, the moment of truth and new beginnings. Yeah. So hopefully, I'd say with this end of the tough cycle approaching, we'll see what the tarot cards say. But I wonder, it approaches, but has it already gone by? And now you're through that judgment and world energy, and you're on to the full energy now. Yeah, I hope so. But either so, hopefully, with the children aspect, yeah, hopefully you're in a position to do what you want in that regard. Unfortunately, the jobs that we really need for our children are not the highest paying jobs. It makes it difficult for people, and then the education, right? I mean, you can get your bachelor's degree and go on to teach, but a lot of times those higher positions require higher degrees. That involves more time and money that you're not making a whole lot of. So, if that's really, truly your dream, and that's where your talent is, I hope that you can be compensated properly for it. And with Leo, Leo is 5th house energy, so that is the child energy. That is kind of the happiness surrounding the aspects of the children, the sun, you know, the innocence. Maybe that's a time in your life that you remember fondly or you wish you could, right? So maybe your big goal and mission is to make sure the children around you have a pleasant life. And that's a very honorable goal. And I definitely set intentions on that. Like, can I fulfill this life purpose and still make a decent living? That's a wonderful intention to set. And, you know, I know I'm Virgo, Taurus, right? Virgo Sun, Taurus Rising. So I'm like, oh, how the bills gonna get paid, you know? How can I keep buying nice stuff is what I'm always thinking. And honestly, okay, first of all, I'd have to worry about, there's more things to consider. But definitely if the money, you know, I could live off of being like a preschool teacher, I'd do it. But then I also have to worry about not saying inappropriate things in front of the kids, like cursing at them. Not at them, but in front of them, you know, I wouldn't curse at a kid, you know. Huh. First card is Three of Wands. This is the Starman tarot. Really cool. Under the children card is Five of Wands. Maybe you are cursing out the kids. I don't know, man. I love this green under the green. That's so pretty. I wonder how well you can see this. The Starman deck is freaking huge. Anyway. Next, under Triumphant Success, Two of Swords. So that seems like a bit of decision making there. Maybe you are contemplating this. Oh, and under the New Beginnings is the Sun, Leo energy, see? So actually now I'm getting Three of Wands. It says to me that this would be a new thing for you. It'll be like, yeah, a new venture or just new perspective on what you've been doing. Maybe you only coincidentally ended up working with children, or maybe working with the adults. If you're a regular doctor, you found you preferred to work with the children, or if you were a high school teacher, you found you preferred to be a kindergarten teacher. Either way, there might be, like, with this Five of Wands, some outside opinions to this that are kind of getting in the way. And if you see, you're turning your back to this, Leo. You're turning your back, and actually this Two of Swords in this deck, can be about blocking other people out to get in touch with yourself, to make the right decision that sits right with your intuition and your inner knowing. Because ultimately, it will lead to your happiness. So it's worth going after. It's worth telling whoever these people, you know, this guy is like fighting, man. It's pretty awesome. Look at all this fighting. Like, this is way cooler than traditional Five of Wands, where like the pages are sitting around with sticks, like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with this stick and you're gonna hit me with this stick. And this one's cooler. So yeah, karate chop them all. If they got something to say, karate chop them. Just like, yeah, because whatever this is, it's gonna lead to your happiness. And I don't really see any pentacles here. You know, besides this Capricorn is always like money energy for me. But maybe that's kind of what it means. The end of a tough cycle approaches, because this card can also talk about, like, you know, a career cycle that's been difficult and it getting better. So maybe now you're finally going to be in a position where doing what you want won't affect you as much financially. So that's great news. So yeah, I would set that intention then to go after your happiness, you know, have faith that you'll be fine one way or another financially. Block out all the haters, like tell them to STFU. And, you know, go after your new beginning in this stone I can't pronounce. Yeah, so that's your reading, Leo. Hopefully. Either way, those are your tarot cards. I definitely specifically picked the Starman Tarot for Leo. So, all right. And now, Sagittarius. So first for Sagittarius, we have full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. Let's make it bigger. Look at the bigger picture. I made it bigger. Okay, let's put that here. And for the Life Purpose Oracle, we have Justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. I got real, like, how you say, activist vibes here. And then we have conflict and defeat. Okay. So maybe in your quest for justice, things didn't go right in one small area, but look at the bigger picture. And then, wow, Libyan gold tektite. Manifestation. Oh, this like sounds cool and it looks cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Manifestation. So, if you've suffered some recent losses or defeats, right? I get it when you're like an ultra planner, if you're like really counting on things to go one way. And actually, that would be more of like an SJ trait, wouldn't it? Because the NJs are always expecting things to go wrong. They have like a million backup plans. So if you, in your job, maybe you do, maybe it's law, activism, nonprofit, social work, just anything. If you've had a recent setback, right, don't let it make you lose faith in your purpose here. Don't let it make you lose faith in the system you're working in. Don't become a vigilante like Batman, you know, because Batman was rich, okay? It's much different for him. Don't. I mean, you could be rich too, but do you really want to wear that much rubber, you know? Because is there even leather what Batman wears? Like, it feels like, it seems like rubber, and that seems gross. I bet it's like nasty in there. But anyway, not the point. If you you've suffered the setback, don't let it discourage you. You have to look at the bigger picture and see the whole of all your efforts and what you've been doing and the difference you have made and could make. You know, even if you can't win them all. Like, I can't imagine being a lawyer, right? I mean, the kind of lawyer that's like defending people that need defending, not the kind of lawyer that's trying to get like $20,000 for a scratch on the knee or something like that, or the kind of lawyer that's doing hostile takeovers. I don't know. I'm not going to say, like, I don't have prejudice against lawyers, right? You need them in life, I guess. But just saying, if you're in an uphill battle, especially on, like, say, the more social justice front when it comes to inequality, oppression, you know, you're fighting the good fight regardless, and just keep doing what you're doing. All right, now I got the everyday tarot for you. Let's see what else this says. I have a card fell out already. Ooh. And I'm not doing reversals unless they happen to come out that way. Like, I just don't want to confuse myself, to be honest. Good on you guys that do reversals. But yeah, I don't need the extra complication. I'm kind of a relative noob. Okay, relative noob. Alright, let's just flip this over now. It's King of Wands here. So that's, you know, that's fire energy. And I like that for this kind of like professional bent of a reading. King of Wands energy is very good energy to have. And then under Justice, we have Ace of Wands. So this is more fire energy. Yeah, so if you're really fighting for justice, one way or another, however you're doing it, you know, don't forget the passion that led you to that calling in the first place. You know, reignite it if you need to. And then under Conflict and Defeat, we have the Lovers. Oh man, did you lose your relationship or something? Why do I have that feeling? I don't know. Under Manifestation, we have Four of Pentacles. So, you know, a little material stability there. So that just got interesting. But I mean, the Lovers is also decision making. Yeah. And hopefully you might have a supportive partner in this. Yeah, decision making. And I don't know, with this Four of Pentacles being here under manifestation, did this kind of rock your foundation of things a bit, this conflict and defeat? But you know, 4 is the number of balance, and then she's like looking down. It's very interesting. What is she looking down at? I don't know. Maybe she thinks she dropped a pentacle. You only had 4, lady. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's on your head. Don't you see it? It's on your head. Look at the bigger picture. She's looking for it. Where's my 4th pentacle? It's on your head. So, yeah. Yeah, with the 4 of Pentacles, maybe that might have rocked your faith in whatever system you're working in or whatever cause you were behind. But there was a deeper passion, a deeper reason to be behind that cause. I wouldn't worry too much about questioning yourself in this. And I guess also with the Lovers, this could be about, yeah, making that decision to commit to what you love and what you're passionate about. And I wouldn't say you weren't before. This is the energy of someone who's like has a lot of passion and conviction, like, you know, Sagittarius Wands energy here. And the manifestation, this is solar plexus energy, so that's like more fire. I feel like you're very confident and know what you want, but maybe you're having some trouble sorting out the more logistical parts of it. Maybe how can you actually make things work? So I think this is more about, with this look at the bigger picture, this is more about perspective and adjustment than it is about giving up, right? So that's good. I mean, also 4 of Pentacles, you're holding on to it. That's good. You have the tools that you need. Manifestation is here. You got this Ace of Wands. You know, you get the King of Wands. Yeah. And if you see, it's like similar imagery here. This Ace, the King took the wand. Boom, you took the wand. You got it. You are a king of this wand. So, yeah, that's what I have for Sagittarius. And I hope your intention, yeah, see where you need to make adjustments, but recommit to your passions. Recommit. Lovers, recommit. You know what you're doing. Have more confidence in yourself. And that's what I have. Hopefully this reading was helpful. Some guidance for your new moon intentions. Like I said, this could be not only the next month, the next 2 weeks, or the next 6 months, or the next year, you know, since we have the solstice coming up. So yes, thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it. Thanks.